What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Andrew Hates the Professor. I'm Noah. Andrew's not here today. Bummer, once again. Maybe he'll be here for sure next week, probably. Nobody really knows. Anyways, so you probably saw the title of the video and the super sick thumbnail that I made. I tried to make a better thumbnail than the past couple have been. Anyways, not important. So, rotation just happened. Edge of Eternity is now legal, so the Phyrexia block, basically. So Phyrexia 1, Mother Machines, Dominaria, and then the Aftermath set that like barely counts. Those are all rotated. I wanted to do a video with blue-black mid-range before rotation happened, but it just never really happened. I just couldn't really get around to it. I was playing VV a lot for store championships, but I figured a good video would be to see kind of where blue-black can go from here. So right here, I have on this left side the cards that we lost from blue-black, and well, we lost these three. So Cut Down being best one-mana removal spell in Standard for the past like 5 years, 4 years, whatever. This is gonna hurt a lot to lose. Go Overthrow, best removal spell in Standard, has been since it came out. I don't really remember what was legal before then, but it was probably better than that. Fairy Mastermind actually was really important. Just a flash flyer that generated cards. This is also going to hurt to lose quite a bit. We also lost Sheoldred. Shoulder the Apocalypse. And that's another one that hurts to lose. But for these cards right here, these are the cards I took out from the build of blue-black that I had. And these are the cards that I'm trying out. So first one being Stab. Cut Down, a lot of the times, was kind of responsible for killing 1 and 2 drops, which Stab does with some amount of consistency. Noticeably, it does not kill Cecil. That's a big one. It doesn't kill like 2/3s, which Cut Down would have. So that's a pretty big blind spot for Stab. I am trying out this new removal spell from Edge of Eternity. So it's target Tragic Trajectory. Target creature gets -2/-2. Sorcery is incredibly bad. It's very, very restrictive, but has a void. That creature gets -10/-10 until end of turn. Instead, if a non-land permanent left the battlefield this turn or a spell was warped. So the most common way that I am planning to use this is, or the easiest way that this deck can turn on void is cracking a map with Spyglass Siren. Like cracking a map that Spyglass Siren made. Another way is having another removal spell, because Warp, unlike Revolt, counts your opponent. So if any non-land permanent left the battlefield. So Sorcery, I only have this in at 1 right now. This build is still super, super experimental. I haven't really had a lot of time to test with this yet. Another card that I added is another Flash Flyer, 2/1, Malcolm. It is not close to the card the Fairy Mastermind is. This gives you card selection on hit. So like whenever it deals damage, you draw a card, discard a card, and then if this is the 4th time that this has happened, you may cast the discard card without paying its mana cost. So it takes 4 turns to start generating card advantage, because you draw a card, you discard a card, but then you get to cast that card for free, so it's like a Druid card. Deep Cavern Bat is something that's been in and out of my Dimir Midrange decks for a long time, since Bats came out. I wanted a density of 2 drops that had flying to just be able to power out Kaidos. Shoot the Sheriff. I think this is the card that most people in their minds kind of knew was going to slot in to replace Go for the Throat. There are some noticeable misses. I played against Black White Sacrifice, and the Blood Artist is a Warlock, which is an outlaw, and I couldn't kill it, and I died to it. So that is a very noticeable thing. I'm also trying out Strategic Betrayal in the main deck just as a one of. The last two videos I've been playing Vivi, and this card is one of the better cards against Vivi. If you can tag like a FOMO, a big threat, exile their graveyard before they get a Cauldron down, it can really kind of swing the game back in your favor. But other than those new cards, the rest of the deck's going to be kind of the same. Blue-black decks you've known, Cecil and Spyglass Siren, just as a density of 1-drops. Cecil flipping can really just kind of win the game by itself a lot of times. I'm playing a Bitter Triumph, Nowhere to Run, so I have kind of a split of 2-mana removal spells. Nowhere to Run's great in the mirror, turns off if people want to do some tricky like Boggles type shenanigans where they just beef up a big ward creature. Bitter Triumph to kill Kaidos in the mirror if people are playing mono white and kill Ral out of blue-red decks. Drowner is just incredible. Preacher, I have 3 Preachers in the deck, mainly because I don't think Dimir is going to be very represented. Of course, it could be totally wrong, but people probably going to be playing the newer decks, the decks that were birthed out of Edge of Eternities, like the Una deck. That was mainly, that came out with Final Fantasy, but I don't think it lost any of the cards except some of the mana base maybe. So I'm going to leave Preachers in. I have 4 Curiosity, 4 Kaido, just to really play as many of the power cards as possible. I could see Preacher becoming Fabloom Trick if I'll show you, put Fabloom Trick on the screen for you. So Fabloom Trick is incredible in the Dimir Mirror because it just creates 2 bodies that trade extremely well with the X1 flyers. And tap something. Fabloom Trick can just kind of be a draw to if you go Fabloom Trick into Enduring Curiosity. So that's something that I'm kind of keeping a watch on. For Kaido, you want to turn 3 it almost every single game against almost anything. One thing that I forgot to mention is the lands. So we did add 4 Watery Grave, but we lost Darklick Shore and Underground River. So the fast land and the pain land is lost from blue-black. That, I think, is going to have a larger impact in mana bases, and Dimir is no exception. So I'm running 6 and 6 because we do have an even split of mana costs and mana requirements. So we'll see how then. I did go down Soulstone Sanctuaries and up Restless Reefs just because Restless Reef taps for colored mana, Soulstone does not. So that could matter a lot. Sideboard, a couple of Ghost Vacuums. I think there's going to be a lot of Graveyard Shenanigans. Disdainful Stroke, good against Yuna, good against ramp decks, good against Control. Strategic Betrayal, good against Vivi, good against the Gruul Delirium. Tiebinder is one of the better just blanket cards that you can probably find a lot of different uses for. Preacher for aggro against Mono White, Golgari. 3 Duress, 2 Negate. Those are kind of cookie cutter sideboard options. Honestly, I think that those are just kind of the easiest ones to stick in without knowing what the meta is going to look like. Malicious Eclipse, just so I can feel at least somewhat like I'm not completely disrespecting any go wide aggro deck. And then 2 Oil Deep Gearhulks. Oh, come on. So I think that this card was like very close to playable whenever it came out in Aether Drift, but Shieldred and Curiosity were just so much better. I think there's a very real chance that I end up playing some number of these in the main deck just because you don't have the life gain from Shieldred anymore. And it's just a big disruptive Ward 1, 4/4, and it gains you life. So that's the deck. I'm going to run it through probably 3 games. Or 3 matches, best of 3. I'm gonna try to steer away from best of 1 unless you're just doing dailies. But we'll see you for round number 1. All right, we're here with round 1 against Titus/Titus, depending on who you are. But we'll go first. 3 basics sucks. Like, one of these could have been Darkslick Shores. I know it would have been a lot better, but hand's good. We're gonna keep. We're on the play. Feeling good. I wish I had a turn 1. Well, that is really good against. Is a pirate a rogue? Pirate is a rogue. There we go. First thing we're playing against already coming up. I'm just gonna play this. Hold up a counterspell. What is happening? I mean, basically they would have cast anything and I would have countered it. Just I don't want to waste my mana. We're gonna jam this Preacher of the Schism. Playing against what appears to be mono. You may behold the dragon as you create. I'm just not gonna read that. It's probably not important. Okay, so that's nice. We drew a spell that can kill this pirate. Then we can bat them to see, hopefully, what the hell is going on over there. Okay. Okay, so this is probably the most effective answer to Deep Cavern Bats, so yeah, we'll play this, or we'll take this, and that way they have to Burst Lightning. Play this Restless Reef. They are choked on red mana, which is nice. Sack this land, destroy target non-basic land. Wow, yeah, okay. Screaming Nemesis, okay. Not super worried about that, thankfully. Because this is a Spirit, and let's just check this list. Assassin, Mercenary, Pirate, Rogue, and Warlock. Spirit is not included on that list of things. Nice we drew another. I am probably just going to know where to run this, just as a sorcery. I don't know really what's going on in their deck. They could shut off the life gain. Also, I misspoke earlier. We do have lifelink in Deep Cavern Bat as well. I think I said the only way we have to gain life is Gear Hulk, and that's not true. Island to island, swamp, swamp. We'll just get another swamp. Wow, they are down bad. Oh, that's annoying. Fanatical Firebrand. Okay, so they use that 1 mana. This is also an outlaw too, dude. That's so bad. Oh, it's so bad. Yeah, okay. Shoot the Sheriff. We're definitely seeing the weak point of Shoot the Sheriff. If this Go for the Throat, the game would have looked at least quite a bit better. But at least they're still playing things that are higher value and that we can kill with Shoot the Sheriff. So like we won't be too mad. I think we have to play out this Malcolm. I don't think we ambush this Hired Claw though. Maybe we do. I think we do because if we don't, they can just play this Nova Hellkite and kill it regardless. So now they can Nova Hellkite deal 1, Burst Lightning deal 2, and get rid of Cecil. Yeah, I don't love that. We're both out of cards. But how much does this cost? 5. So if they draw a land, they can play this next turn. There's no real reason to hold lands. Their deck is cool, for sure. It's like red midrange. Hopefully this Preacher lives. Fingers crossed. We really need to draw. Okay, the third Fanatical Firebrand. We're not super worried about that. Restless Reef is okay. Attack, make a little 1/1 lifelinker. Play our man land, which they might just kill, honestly. I just do not think Volatile Fault is really good enough to play, but maybe they're playing like the 4-mana dragon, where it's like ETB kill something and then they get a land. Oh, that's not good. I think 5. So, so this Preacher can't attack. We'll hold this land, just make them think that we have a counterspell. Because if we attack, they can just play, and they draw a land. They can play one of these. Oh, we're just okay. So we were dead there, but maybe holding the land kind of made them think like we had something else. I think we're just so far behind. I don't even really know what we could draw being at 5. What would be a better draw than Flood Pit's Drowner? During Curiosity, like, not even. I think just an actual kill spell would be better. I still don't think we attack. Yeah, I don't think we attack. What's the last card in their hand? Burst Lightning. Okay. Alright, you got us. Mono red cards opponents. Let's see. We don't have any flash freeze. We don't have any flash freeze in our deck. Unfortunately. Flash freeze is the 1 in a blue instant counter target red spell. Or red or green spell. Alright, what's bad against mono red cards? So they have shown us that a lot of ways to kill Deep Cavern Bat. So we're going to take those out. The Disdainful Stroke. They showed us the Nova Hellkite. Is that what it's called? I can't view it because it's behind. I think it's something dragon, something. Honestly, I feel bad. Maybe we just want all the removal spells taking out. I want to keep in some number of. They probably have Torch the Towers. Maybe Curiosity's a little bit worse, and we're bringing in another 4-drop. All right, I'll do that. Our opponent gets some points because we don't know what the hell is going on over there, so we don't really know what to expect. Alright, let's try this again. A couple of remove spells. Enduring Curiosity. Okay. Both removal spells are not Shoot the Sheriff. Alright, they have Burst Lightning in hand. We can infer by the priority they got when they played their land. Ooh. I think I'm just gonna Strategic Betrayal that and not think too hard about it. Play our nice tapped Watery Grave that I've had since Ravnica. What the hell is this card? Beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card of your library, you may play that card. Okay. I mean, that's pretty good. That's kind of like Phyrexian Arena. He's counting. They're counting on the luck. We're boned. Please don't have Dorset Tower. Oh man. Oh man. I mean, I'm just gonna play this Enduring Curiosity, I think. And if they're holding Torch for this one, then like good on them. We can card up a little bit. What would I rather represent? Probably an island for Spell Pierce. Even though we don't have Spell Pierce in our deck, they don't know that. They are like keeping up with the card advantage, even though we have 2 Enduring Curiosities. Hopefully both our creatures don't die. That would suck. Okay. One, two, three. I don't have a way to trigger Void right now, so I'm just going to pay 3 life and kill that. We're going to draw 2 cards off of this Curiosity. It's probably going to be Preacher and then Restless Reef, but maybe not. I just really don't want to give them an opportunity to make their like Hellkite card better if I can avoid it. So I think I'm just gonna do that. Firebrand. It would have also made their Firebrand better, but their Firebrand probably is gonna be fine regardless. Okay, what 5 mana nonsense do you have? Another Kick Burst Lightning. Okay. This damn Shoot the Sheriff. I mean, we're kind of drawing the same number of cards. Because they're drawing essentially 3 cards, we're drawing essentially 3 cards, so I'm kind of fine if this keeps up that way. I will Siren and then crack map on Siren to try to set up my draw, I think. Or just get a land off the top, that's fine too. So, Siren is a little weak to getting pinged down. Alright, we're drawing a lot of lands, kind of doing the Dimir thing. I'm going to play Swamp they know about, and then just flash in this Curiosity, because they're at 8, so they kind of have to deal with our board. Magda, whenever you commit a crime. Nova Hellkite, okay, that is what the card was. Whenever you commit a crime, create a treasure. It only happens once each turn. Sack 3 treasures, make a 4/4 with flying and haste. Okay. Berserker, noticeably not a outlaw. So we'll take 4. They're dead here. Oh no, they just hard casted this. Oh, they're not dead. Meh. Not dead, but they're gonna have to chump. So yeah, so kill this. No, they're dead. My bad. Yeah, they can block one of my 4 power things, but yeah, okay. Well, that game was very awesome. Just double Curiosity kind of eating their lunch. Count on Luck. Is that a new card? No, that is not a new card. Well, I guess it's from Aether Drift, so depending on your definition of new. We saw a little bit more of the deck there. I don't think Duress is worth bringing in. We can't Tidebinder shut off their card advantage because it's an enchantment. Malicious Eclipse seems bad. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna run it back against Quest Draw. I've enjoyed being Diamond while I while I am for the next, what, 1 day before it resets. And they'll be back to the pits of wherever they reset me. Oh, God, these restless reefs. I mean, I don't think it's a mulligan. I'm going to shock this into Siren because if they play a Magda, I want to be able to strategic betrayal it. Or a Sarkin, whatever the hell that does. Kill something, something with something. Okay. 2/2. So my options are stab this tap land, or stab this map, or untap land strategic betrayal. They can play the thing. I think I'm gonna map here. I think I'm gonna map stab. Hopefully hit a non-land. Honestly, pretty happy with that. And then just stab this before. Whenever dragon control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on Sarkin until end of turn. Sarkin becomes a drag. Okay. Their deck is cool. Very, very original. I'll absolutely give them that. We have matching Jace Chocobos. So I respect them in that sense. Well, okay. They're ramping into something could be nasty. We're just gonna go to attacks and see what they want to do. Anything. Now we're gonna just strategic betrayal and play a tap land. We don't have untapped 4th land for either of our 4 drops, so that is a little annoying. They use these very aggressively, I feel like. Like, they give up a land for a treasure, but they have 2 treasures already. I don't know if I'd be doing that. We showed them stab, so we'll probably get a swamp to keep up stab again. No, we'll get an island. Because if this happens again on one of these, it could possibly make our mana pretty bad. Yeah, there's Nova Hellkite. Doesn't kill our Siren, notably. Okay. I mean, I'm pretty fine with that. They use Firebrand plus Nova Hellkite ability to kill that. Untap 4th land. It's literally too easy. We're probably going to take the thing that can kill this. Hopefully they don't have 2. Okay, they can't. Hopefully they don't draw something to kill this Oil Deep Gearhulk. Okay, so this is the land I was talking about, where kills a land, and then I get a basic with a stun counter on it. We are going to strategically betray this. Strategic betrayal has been like okay in this matchup. In this match so far. I don't want to get this Siren killed because they currently have the mana up for it. So we're just not going to use it. Hopefully like Siren map the same turn or something. Okay. I mean, we can race this Nova Hellkite pretty effectively, but it blocks. So here, I think I'm going to Siren. They already played the Hellkite. I like Siren plus map the Gearhulk and pray that we hit a non-creature or a non-land. But then we remember that we are playing Dimir and we only play lands. So the 4/5 curse you. Oh, and they drew a. These volatile faults have been annoying for sure. Phantom interference. I mean, we're gonna animate this. They're gonna kill it. I mean, we got plenty of basics, so we're not gonna be running out of basics anytime soon. So we have that, anyways. Sure. I think I just have to pass again. Hold up my little counter spell. Hopefully they play some. Okay, I was really hoping I was not gonna lose to that, but I was trying to keep my cool. Hopefully you were like, damn, this guy's keeping his cool. All right, we will catch you for round number 2. All right, welcome back to round number 2, playing against Yu Minchu 0123 on the play again because we're goated. Good hand, yeah. We're gonna keep this. They mold. Look like a Final Fantasy fan. They got the Tonberry plus the Unis leaves. I'm going to show them Swamp so they have a little bit less information. Probably won't change what they do on turn 1 anyways. Dude, what is up with these Fanatical Firebrand decks? Making Deep Cavern Bat just look horrifically bad. Oh, well, we're going to Siren, hope to hit a non-land. But we're playing Dimir. Oh, I did not know Fanatical Firebrand was going to be this large a part of the Edge of Eternity's post-rotation meta, I will not lie. I mean, they gotta have non-outlaw creatures, right? Right. Wizard, boom. That is an non-outlaw creature, as far as I know. We are just going to play this Preacher, I think. It looks like they're playing, like, Boros Burn. Straight out of, like, Nexus of Fate era. I'm just going to hold this back. Okay, so no attacks. Yoshino, Pyromancer. I'm probably just going to attack with Preacher, make a 1/1. If they try to double block, just like blow them out. Yeah. I'm definitely not Kaidoing. I'm definitely not going to do that. I think I will actually know where to run this Fanatical Firebrand, which if I was going to do, I should have done prior to making the Vampire. Yeah, so that was messed up. Now I can pay 2 life, play this bat. Hopefully they don't have another Firebrand. Okay, so it's just burn. I'm at 13 already. Probably just gonna take the one that does the most damage. Okay, we have an answer to that, so we're not super worried. We're just gonna trade the Siren with a Pyromancer. Take 5. Ugh. Yep. Gonna get our attacks in. I'm going to shoot the Sheriff now so they can't lightning strike it in response and turn off our life gain. Because that would be bad. The Claw. Chump. Oh, he's gonna like block and then lightning strike. If that's the plan, it is worth it to Kaido, I believe. Because if he gives this double strike, it's the same as if it got lightning struck, basically. We'll see what happens in response to this Deep Cavern Bat. I'm guessing this is going to get lightning striked. Boros Charm me. Oh, that can't be good. Oh no. Okay. Does that change what I want to do? So we're dead to them drawing shock, which is never a good place to be. We will take this one. We will tap their Hired Claw because that turns off their ability to draw another Hired Claw and be lethal. Close game. Whew. Okay, that was a really close game. A lot closer than I thought it'd be. So getting game one's good there. Get to bring in another Preacher, Oil Deep. So Malicious Eclipse did look like it would be good there. We saw Viashino, Hired Claw, Firebrand. Strategic Betrayal might be kind of bad, but we might just want to bring in all the removal we can. We want to trim our bats just because of them being really bad with our Malicious Eclipse, but we can also bring in, we also keep some number in, right? Because we have 3 bats, 1 Malicious Eclipse. I do like trimming like quite a bit of Kaidos because tapping down one of their things, like a 1/1 or a 2/1, not super impactful. Malcolm is just can like ambush something. I'd probably rather that be a Strategic Betrayal though. I mean, I'm pretty happy with the way this looks, I think. I mean, maybe you can make an argument for like siding out all the Kaidos and still keeping it like keeping it a 2/1, just like chump or like trade, hopefully. They're burned, so duress kind of has a little bit more value too. But I'm gonna run it like this. We can maybe bring in duress game 3 if we feel like we really need it. They can't bring in Urabrass Forge anymore, which that used to be a big card that was really, really good against Dimir, but it just rotated. It basically, like, 3 mana artifact. First turn makes a 1/1 trample. Next turn make a 2/1 trample haste. That dies at the end of turn. Then 3/1 trample haste, 4/1 trample haste. And, like, Dimir couldn't really deal with him when it got in play. This hand is bad. Ooh, okay. Probably going to put back the 4-drop. We have quite a few looks at land, so it's... We really need to draw a black source, like, very soon. Hopefully next turn. Fanatical Firebrand showing his ugly mug once again. We will not block the 1/2. That's a spell we can cast, though. We're going to hold this Siren up, just make it so the Firebrand can't attack. I mean, it feels pretty bad to drown or a Firebrand, but like I'm just probably going to do it anyways. Maybe I'll send Lava Runner, I guess. Because if they Firebrand the Drowner, Siren can't trade with the Lava Runner. Yeah, and the Firebrand's going to trade with Drowner regardless, so... Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Black Horse. Come on. We deserve it. Don't you do it. Okay. I mean, they're not really doing much, so, like, that's something. They've missed their land a couple times, but they have both their mana, both their colors. That's a scary card. Ugh. Yeah, so we're definitely seeing the lack of 2 or 4 dual lands in full effect here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that was tough. That was super tough. Maybe we can roll the 5 there. I really don't think we can, though. I'm going to keep the deck the same. We saw basically just Burst Lightning there as far as non-creatures, so... Go first. Dude, you're killing me. Okay, I mean, this is keepable. This is for sure keepable. They mulliganed. We're going to keep the 2 lands. Removal spell, removal spell. I do really feel like keeping Curiosity would be good. I think I'm going to put back Strategic Betrayal. Is that crazy? Just because it's so low value against them. You know I'm going to do it. It's my channel. I can do what I want. Hopefully they mull to Oblivion and lose. Okay, they didn't do that. I think I'm going to Reef. Just try to keep my life total high. I have a decent 2-drop I can play. Okay, this fits in pretty perfectly. So Tragic Trajectory that. Tap land pass. Arabella. Okay. Well, Strategic Betrayal would be great here, and I admit that. I admit that. But there's an equally likely chance that this, like, they go like Firebrand into something. Firebrand and like Viashino Pyromancer, and that's not the most high value. Show me what you got. Burst Lightning, okay. Firebrand, annoying. I fucking hate that card, dude. What the hell? So I'm gonna play another Siren, I guess. I could have like mapped on a Siren to try to bait the Firebrand, so my Drowner lives, but like, how good is that really? We probably play this game a little bit better, where we just play land drops and kind of stalemate it out a little bit. You know, Burst Lightning is Spyglass Siren. I'm like really fine with. Okay, they're gonna play like a Nemesis. Oh no. Okay, well, that's bad. The Resolve Divination, that will be like a divination for the every turn for the rest of the game. And that is bad. For us. God, that card is so good. Okay, well now, they're probably not going to kill the Siren. But if they do, it's kind of fine. We really just want to hit a land. Yeah, Dimir was never the like preferred mid-range deck against these aggro decks. That's mainly been Golgari, which I might do a video on Golgari. Let me know if you would be interested in a video on Golgari, because I do like that deck as well. I mainly like just most black mid-range decks, or just mid-range decks in general. Kaido might have been an ambitious keep there, but I think we just need to be ambitious here. Alright. Oh! Come on. Brutal. At the beginning of your upkeep, discard your hand. So they're gonna go into next turn with 5 cards in hand. Okay, that's perfect. Do you have any blockers about it? Okay, no, I'll play by a curiosity card. Yeah, we need some help to put it lightly. And they have a stop. Alright, good job. Lightning Helix and Curiosity, okay. Obviously bad. So, at the beginning of your upkeep. Oh, so neither of these are sold? Or are these both sold? Okay, I don't think either are sold. Oh, because they haven't been able to dump their hand. Okay, okay. You're saying there's a chance. Alright, this Kaido might be kind of fucking sicko. We'll see. Draw a couple cards. Draw 2 removal spells. I'm fine with 1. I won't be greedy. I'm fine with 1 removal spell. We're gonna... I think we're gonna tap Arabella and then kill Hired Claw. Because Hired Claw can still get value if they play another lizard. But Arabella has to attack. Okay, they didn't have... Oh, because they're not solved. Right, my bad. Okay, so these are going to solve now, which is very bad. We need to kill them... Are they dead? 4, 5, 9... 4, 8, 9. So 3, 6. Well, we're gonna hit a non-land. Too easy. Okay, we're the best. Then we're gonna emblem. Then we're gonna play this. Then we're gonna animate this. Okay, well, we got like pretty lucky there. We also played pretty tight, I feel like. Like, keeping the Kaido was absolutely... It mattered a lot in winning that game. So, alright, pretty happy about that one. We will see you for round 2, but this is your per video reminder to A, do your dailies, B, like, comment, and subscribe, please. Okay, I'll see you in round 2. Alright, we are back. Round 3. The first 2 videos, we lost round 3. We're going to try to get a clean 3-0. This is the first player that didn't have a Final Fantasy thing. I go first. 2 flyers and Enduring Curiosity will keep. 4 lands is a lot, especially for a deck like Dimir that does flood out quite a bit. Oh. Okay, sweet. We drew land. We're probably dead. See if they want to trade. They do not want to trade because they're a pansy. What are they playing? Is it the Dimir Mirror? Or I guess they could be playing some Jeskai deck. Okay, so it's Dimir was start. Oh, Blue Black Bounce? Esper Bounce? Esper Bounce is another deck that I really want to play. Let me know if the next video should be Esper Bounce or Golgari Midrange in the comments, please. I want to see. I want to know kind of what people want to see. I'm not a very good deck builder, but I can do my best, or I can just try to find a list online. If I can, I can try to brute force it. So it is Esper Bounce, so the deck is cooler than ours, which is a bummer. I think we had a map. We drew a non-land, which is nice. Drowner. It's a spell. I think there are better spells we can draw. We can do our draw and discard thing. Discard Watery Grave, our mana's fine. Bat them, see what they're working with over there. Uh-oh. 2 removal spells, 2 Kirans. Ugh. Well, 2 for 1, 2 for 1. I'll take this, as it is the only unique card in their hand. Yeah. But these bounce decks traditionally have a hard time dealing with Kaido, but if their board is like a lot better than mine, then it won't be that bad. So I can attack Ninjutsu Kaido, play Siren. I can attack Curiosity on my turn to guarantee a card. I can attack. This is tough. We're gonna attack. I mean, they have nothing, obviously. Yeah. I think I'm gonna Curiosity. Just guarantee the card. Their turn, they miss their land drop, so they can't Breaker and Kieran. That like for sure that we know about. Like obviously they could draw a land. Breaker. We're just gonna sack the Siren, not get too fancy by sacking the Curiosity. We just don't really need to. Godless Shrine? That's a cool looking Godless Shrine. Badass. Alright. If I remember correctly, yeah, so Shoot the Sheriff can't kill Pixie, but that's kind of whatever. We're gonna kill that, so that way they can't just chump with something that doesn't matter. Wow. It's bold. It's very bold. Okay, so does it make sense to play Sanctuary so we can animate on our turn? Probably not. 2 life might be a little bit more valuable. I mean, their turn is probably just Kieran Breaker. I'm gonna tap the creature that they wouldn't attack with anyways. I think. Yeah, any like attacking with 2 would be crazy greedy here. If they attack with 1, they're dead to a bunch of removal spells. Come on, baby, come on. Ugh, not a removal spell. I probably should have waited to play that. I admit it. I'm gonna Kaido tick up. That leaves Kaido, Curiosity, and Sanctuary all as lethal attackers. Now the question is, do I guess it's kind of the same, right? Yeah. I was thinking it's the same as like if I interference that they pay, and they have something in the hand. But if I interference whatever they play, then they have one less thing, like one less like I don't know whatever you want to call it. All right, I think they're just no. Oh, their last card name was no. That's so bad. Oh, they're and they get to kill Kaido. I can't. That's unbelievable. That's unbelievable. Their last card in hand was the third 1-mana removal spell. Oh my, that's so crazy. I mean, they're not in a great position either. We just kind of need them to whiff. I'm gonna just keep this land in hand. Okay. This can make a 2/2 flyer, which is not nothing. I'm gonna keep this land in hand like still, so I think I have 2 spells. What direct in? So you can't play Hopeless Nightmare anymore. I don't think I'm gonna block. I guess I was about to, as I said that I was like, oh, I could Kaido. Make it 2/2, and then this makes Kaido lethal. Dude, oh my god, I can't believe it. Well, they probably have something. So fucking that was so unreal. Oh my god, that was crazy. Okay, well we're gonna shake it off, and we're just gonna destroy them. So, and then all will be well. Okay, we're gonna put everything in. So no vacuums. Deep Cavern Bat is like a super liability. Because a lot of times in this matchup specifically, it'll have like a removal spell. Then you'll have another bat with something else good. And it'll draw a removal spell, kill that one. Then it's just a house of cards all the way down. Kyle's incredible. Curiosity's good. Tidebinder. Eclipse actually is kind of fine against them. Malcolm. Stanford Stroke. Strategic Betrayal, kind of bad. Just because they go so wide. Duress, we can like... Probably don't want a lot of those. I like 1 negate. 1 negate on the play I kind of like. I think. Oh, I just cannot believe that just happened. That was so sick, dude. That was so sick. Okay. Lily Siscom. You're fucking killing me. I'm dying. Well, these 2 shock lands might help us flip the Cecil faster than normal. Okay. Now let's try to draw a land. I'm just going to shock this. That means Cecil flips in 2 turns. I mean, sure. Just try to keep the board as clear as possible. They probably have the -2/-2 thing. So sick, dude. If we draw land there, we're kind of just in. So let's try to draw... If this drew a Watery Grave, I could have flipped it this turn. Flip Cecil, because it would have put me at 10 exactly. Talent, okay. Who cares? Not this guy, not me. Don't even care like a little bit, honestly. Um. I mean, yeah. I'm just gonna get in there, see what they got. Flip Cecil. Play a preacher. See here, like on this board state, if we draw Malicious Eclipse, we're feeling pretty good. They have so many cards in hand, dude. Exercise? Get the fuck out of here. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay. Okay. The match 3 curse is real. Oh my fucking word. I mean, their deck is fucking awesome. I will say. Their deck is very cool. So what's funny is, like, they couldn't exercise a Kaido, but, like, I mean, it's just as bad as they have Get Lost, which is just more the same amount of likely, if not more. I mean, their mana base is so good with Watery Grave and the Verges, and they have Godless Shrine too, which is just so good. I mean, we'll just die to a removal spell, I guess. No, we'll play to our outs. I missed Kaido. I missed Kaidoing in the drawing. You know what? Our opponent had a cooler deck, and we lost. And that's fine. That's fine. I will maintain my 67% win rate on to infinity, I guess, on this channel. Let's just kind of do a recap of the deck. So in those games, I mean, we played against 2 Fanatical Firebrand decks, which like are not super real, but that's kind of the arena ladder, and so you kind of have to expect some amount of like rogue or like anti-meta or whatever you want to call it. So Deep Cavern Bat felt mid. It didn't really feel good. Malcolm was much worse than Mastermind. I don't know how much worse though. Tragic Trajectory was a lot worse in our deck than the Esper deck because it just absolutely destroyed us. Shoot the Sheriff, very, very, very large difference from Go for the Throat, unfortunately. But, I mean, depending on how important spacecrafts are, Shoot the Sheriff kills those, and while Go for the Throat would not. Preacher was good, Curiosity good. Our mana absolutely devastated us a couple times. A couple times we mulled 1-landers, but that's any deck. But there was that one game we mulled to 6, kept 2 islands. Got kind of destroyed. Gear Hulk did feel good against that in that one game against the mono red kind of mid-rangey deck, but overall the rotation has I definitely felt it, and I imagine you saw it too. It definitely hurt the deck, but it hurt a lot of other decks too. But thank you so much, guys, for watching. I really, really appreciate it. I really like making these. I'm gonna continue to make them. Feedback is more than welcome on the comments or whatever. Also, really helps me if you like, comment, and subscribe. I have to say those words. I actually had to sign a waiver to make sure I said them. But yeah, You guys have a great rest of your day. Let me know what you guys are up to on Magic in your Magic world. If you're just going to F&M, if you got any big tournaments coming up. So, Noah signing out.